I have this new unfinished Be Kind hexagon sign. I'm going to unassemble it, and I like to put my pieces in sections of the colors I'm going to be painting them. So I have 2 pieces of cardboard here. My first piece, I'm going to have the beehive in the 3 small circles. These are the center of the flowers. And I'm going to paint these in some Wise Owl goldenrod. Now, all the pieces I will be painting, you want to give at least 2 coats. The lighter colors, you may need to do 3 coats. The next section, I'm going to be painting in the Wise Owl black. And then my last section, I will paint in the Wise Owl Snow Owl. Now, I'm using a foam dabber. You want a very small amount of paint. A little paint goes a long way. And then in the heart, I'm going to do Republic Red. And as I mentioned, once all that dries, you do want to do another coat for better coverage. You can see how much coverage you get, especially after that second coat. For the Be Kind hexagon shaped sign, I'm going to be painting that in the Wise Owl Snow Owl. If you have primer, you can prime this first. I did 3 coats of the Snow Owl. You want to make sure that all these pieces dry good before you apply the next coat. And you will still be able to see the markings underneath the paint so you know where to place your pieces. Now I'm going to take that foam dabber that had the Snow Owl on it, and I'm going to lightly dab over a few of the pieces just to give this some detail. I'm going to take the goldenrod and go in for the stripes on the bumblebee. Once everything's dry, I'm going to take a sandpaper and give it all a light sanding. This just smooths out the paint. You can go heavy if you want some of that underneath to pop through. Next, to make the lines on the beehive that were scored into the piece here pop a little more, I took this dull razor blade. I actually get these from the Dollar Tree. And I'm just going to go over the scored areas and just get all that paint that kind of settled in there back out. Then I'm going to go over on top of that with a fine point Sharpie marker. This worked perfectly. It was easy to stay in between those scored lines. I'm then going to move to my white sign. I'm going to give that a light sanding. And I'm going to do the same exact thing for the little dash marks on the sign. Once everything is dry, sanded, and the dust is removed, I'm then going to start gluing my pieces down. I'm using the Stick Fast thick glue. You can get this off of Amazon. And I'm going to start by gluing the beehive down. And then on top of that, I'm going to place the circle to the beehive. I'm going to glue the little circles on top of each of the flowers. Now these 3 flowers vary in size, and I'm now going to glue those randomly on the hive. I'm then going to take my word Be Kind, starting with the B, and place it up at the top. You could still see the outline of where the words are supposed to lay. I'm going to add the bumblebee next. I gave that a light sanding. If your stripes are not perfect, this is going to help hide the imperfections as well. And then I'm going to glue my bead together, adding the wings and the little heart in the center. And then I'm going to glue that up at the top, off to the right on the beehive. Then I'm going to add the little bees flying around on the sign. Now this next step is just to add a little bit of detail. I'm just adding little dots throughout the project. This is optional. You can totally skip it. And then I'm going to give it a top coat of this clear glaze Krylon spray. Now you can add a hanger to this, and we also added this sign holder to our shop. This comes separate and can hold the different signs available in our shop. All these unfinished cutouts can be found at chalkitupfancy.com. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great night.